Hi, beautiful souls. This is Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for joining me again. You returning folks will see that I've got a new setup. I am traveling this summer. Right now I'm in New York City, so the setup is new. I have a few announcements before we get into the readings. So, and the focus of the I'm going to discuss eclipse season, which is the focus of this reading. First announcement. I am staying right beneath the flight pattern to one of the local airports. And there are times when the planes go overhead and there are times when they don't. The weather pattern changed over the weekend, and so the planes started going overhead right when I was trying to get these readings out, and I thought I would wait a couple of days to see if it changed, but it hasn't. So you will hear some noise pollution overhead, and I apologize for that. I'm just going to try and do my best to stop talking as the planes go overhead and start up again when I can. So pardon the interruption. The second thing that I want to share is that these readings are going to be around the eclipse season that we're in. So eclipse season started July 23rd with the new moon in Leo this past Sunday. It's going to end September 6th, but it's going to peak on the 21st of August, which is the total solar eclipse that's happening, and that's going to span across the United States. Here comes a plane. I believe that's a Monday, August 21st, and the eclipse is going to start in the Pacific Northwest over the state of Washington, and it's going to go across the United States, more towards the northern part of the United States, and end in the mid-Atlantic. So I know it's going to hit New York City, I believe around 4 p.m.-ish on that same day. So we haven't had an eclipse go across, a solar eclipse go across the United States in that manner for quite a while. And I have a feeling, someone quoted 100 years to me. I'm not an astrologer, so I really don't know, but I know that I have been feeling the effect of eclipse season for the last week or two already. And because most of my viewers are residents of the United States, I'm going to focus this reading on the theme of the eclipses. Eclipses bring up, for many of us, those things that our soul, our spirits, and the spirit world in general is asking us to shift, to change. Usually it's those things we don't want to look at because they're too hard to answer. We are going to be put through a sieve, and those issues are going to come up, and they're going to be placed right in front of us for us to take a look at, so that we can change, so that we can move and burn off what no longer is needed and move into this new cycle, evolve really into this new cycle with less baggage from the past. And more fuel and more direction and more vision to really, start a new cycle in our lives, to begin that new project, to begin a different relationship with self, to begin whatever it is that your spiritual path is asking of you at this time. So that's what these readings are going to focus on. If you are having a difficult time, or just, a difficult time during this time, feel free to reach out to me. I am doing an event on July 30th in New York City. It's a tarot night at OK Cafe in Astoria, Queens. I'll put a link to the Facebook invite below. Please, if you're in the area, I'd love to meet you, and I'd love to give you a mini reading that day, so come on by. Or if you really need, some one-on-one time with me, click the link below and schedule a reading. I am happy to do that, especially for you all during eclipse season. I know that I've been reaching out to my personal helpers and readers and healers who work with me on the physical plane, and I'm happy to be that support system for you. Okay. Let me think if there's anything else. Happy birthday to Leos, all you Leos. I love you guys, the regal lions of the zodiac. I hope you're all having a wonderful birthday month. And I think that's it for the announcements. And without further ado, here come your readings. Hello, Leos. How are you? It's Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot, and this is your reading for eclipse season. For those of you who skipped over the intro, please go back and listen to the middle part of it where I talk about the readings and the eclipse seasons, because I'm doing a different spread this month and I explain it all in the intro. And I'd love to repeat it all, but I can't because we're dealing with planes overhead. So let me just say my prayer. I ask that the white light surround us, the light of protection, understanding, and healing. I ask that my guides come through and speak clearly this day for Leo's understanding. May all of Leo's intentions be heard and answered, please. And I ask that this reading be for the highest and best of all concerned. I ask this through all my teachers. Leo, as I'm shuffling, I want Spirit to know that I would like my Leo viewers to have love in their lives, to be in balanced and loving relationships, to have creative work that is fulfilling, and to always be guided towards their highest destiny in life. Please show us the messages and the energies, the spirit guidance, and the advice for Leo for the month of eclipse season. First half of eclipse season, July 23rd through August 23rd, 2017. Please show us the messages and the energies for Leo for July 23rd through August 23rd, 2017, eclipse season. What are the messages for dear Leo? Okay. 1, 2, 3. This card wants to come out. Okay, so I'm traveling, and so I had to, really winnow down the amount of stuff that I brought while I was traveling. I'm using the Thoth deck for your main energies, and then I will clarify with the Mother Peace deck, which is right here, if we need any clarifications. And then my usual oracle cards are back there, and I'll pick one if needed. Okay, so this energy is the energy of the past, how you are entering eclipse season. And you've got the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. It's also a card of past/present, because you're entering eclipse season and this is where you are, so this is where you stand at the moment. The next card represents what you're being asked to change. And you've got the Three of Swords. The next card is what's getting in the way of making the change that you're being asked to make. And you've got the Six of Cups. And the next card is the new situation evolving. You've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And the final card is the spiritual guidance for you for this part of eclipse season from July 23rd through August 23rd, 2017. And it is the 5 of discs. Okay. Let me take a look at the cards and tune in to what the story has to say. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm hearing that in the past there was an offer of love made to you. The Knight of Cups. An offer of love that was made. And in this Thoth deck, the Knight of Cups is actually the King of Cups. Okay, so he is actually the mature version of the Knight. He is the King of Cups. He's emotionally balanced. It came in the upright. And what I'm hearing, it seems like there was an offer of love that came your way from an emotionally balanced person, or that this is your energy right now, Leo. You're faced with this energy of being just emotionally full and balanced and really in integrity in your emotions. Very loving, very kind, very passionate, right? Also really grounded in your emotions. So for you guys, it seems like there was an offer of love that came your way from a really grounded, emotional individual that has brought you face to face with those same qualities within you. Now, the change you're being asked to make is represented by this card, the 3 of Swords. And on this deck, it's called the card of sorrow. So when I tune into this, immediately, I mean, it just sort of came immediately. What I'm hearing is there is a story of sorrow that you continually repeat to yourself. Swords are the card of the mind, right? So these are negative thought patterns around heartbreak. Negative thought patterns around the stories that you tell about how love doesn't work out for you. You see the rose in the very center that's being pierced by those swords? It's like the story that you tell yourself is, my heart always gets broken, or my heart always gets pierced by these thorns. And yeah, you know, love does cause us to really dive deep into our emotional realm. That's what it does. And yet, we don't have to stay in this state of sorrow when it does, because the point of being pierced by the sword is so we can heal those wounds that the sword piercing unveils, right? When you are having a really hard time in a relationship, it's usually because some really deep past wounding is being brought up for you to heal. And you're being asked to heal a really deep heartbreak this eclipse season. What's getting in the way of you healing the deep heartbreak is the 6 of Cups. Basically, what's getting in the way is that you've fallen in love with that sorrowful story. You've fallen in love with the loss. Right? It's tied to your personal history, It's tied to the story of the life that you've been telling, of your life that you've been telling yourself. It's, maybe this was the love of your life and you lost him or her. Maybe it was a parent who passed away. Maybe it was, whatever that heartbreak, sharp pain to the heart was, it is part of your personal mythology, right? It's connected to your childhood. It's connected to the past. And so what I'm hearing is the reason you can't let it go is because you're attached to its significance in your life story, right? It has become your life story. It's become so ingrained. It's become your life story. And so you can't let it go. But for the sake of this beautiful thing, you're being asked to shift and to let it go. If you want this beautiful love that wants to come in, that, has come, it feels like it came into the past. It came in, it caught you by surprise, perhaps. And then suddenly you were reminded, oh, wait, that's not my story. My story is that I don't get to be receiving this. I don't get to be receiving this love. That's not my story, right? My story is the sorrow. My story is this. This is my story, and I want to stay in it because it's meant a lot to me. Without that story, I wouldn't be who I am today. Well, that's true. But you're also today blocking out this amazing energy that wants to come in, right? So the new situation that's evolving, if you continue down this road, if you don't let it go, is the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, again, remember, in this deck, the Knight of Swords is the King of Swords. The King of Swords reversed, whew, you do not want to be in his way. This is the vindictive, this is the vindictive king. This is the king who goes for the jugular with his words, with his intellect. He is sharp, he's cunning, he will splice you into pieces. And what I'm hearing is that's who you're going to become if you don't let go of this. This situation with this love, interest, if you don't let go of the story of sorrow and heartbreak, it will cause you to turn into the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, so instead of meeting this love, this beautiful energy with the Queen of Cups or with a similar energy, you're going to meet it with hurtful words, cutting words, anger, spitefulness, all the negatives, right? I'm feeling the story that the cards are telling, and I feel the deep healing that Spirit really wants you to receive this eclipse season, and it's around this heartbreak, and you can do it. So, the advice, the 5 of Discs, worry. When I look at this card, I look at this and I see, well, it's an upside down star, right? And I'm seeing that it's sort of self-protective and isolating. And what it does is, even though there's all this light that wants to come in through the outsides, you're kind of see all the light that wants to come in through the outside? These bands of light that want to come in and dispel the worry, and you're kind of like, no, I need my worry. I need my worry. I need to and I can only let in a little bit of the light. So you let in like a teensy amount compared to the what's out here and wanting to come in, right? You sort of narrow the channels down into the teensiest amount. And so you feel isolated. You feel neglected. You feel like you're confirming that this is the story. So what Spirit would like you to do instead is to see those worries that you have about how love doesn't work out for you. Feel those worries. Trace it back to whatever the first heartbreak was. Take a look at that first heartbreak. And just choose that this time around, you're going to have a different story. That this time around, love is going to win. Love is going to be let in, right? These channels of light that are being blocked at every level, you're going to just remove the blockages. Notice the worries. Don't like, if they're red flags, they're red flags, right? Notice, but if the person that you're with hasn't given you any reason to have these worries and they're just running in the background regardless of who's in front of you, trying to give you love, take a look at those worries. What are they about? Who are they about? And realize that the person in front of you isn't that person. And give them a chance. Let them in so that you can have a different story this time around. Okay? I hope that makes sense. They're saying, what's the story connected to this worry that you're not going to get love? Notice that, and that is the story that you need to let go of. Because you're in a new, listen, eclipse cycle burns up the old, burns out the old. Just because this was part of your past does not mean it has to be part of your present. And just because this was part of your past doesn't mean you can't have a different story. Right? Right. So, it's really interesting that, before each of these readings, I pull an angel card. And the angel card that came for you was play. I think this is the angel that wants to help you because there's someone that wants to play with you, or you, part of your spirit, wants to be a little more lighthearted, be a little more trusting with love, with other people, be a little more spontaneous and playful and not always be looking over your shoulder to see if they're going to be, breaking your heart. They may, but they may not. Pardon the phone. It's the neighbors. Okay. Let me see if there's any other message that wants to come in for you, dear Leos. Yeah, I'm just getting that it is time to put this old story to rest, and that's why this person is coming in. To help you put it to rest. I'm going to use the gateway cards for your oracle this month. Oops. Okay, I'm not going to take that because I haven't shuffled yet. What oracle would like to come for Leo's love path this month in helping to release this old story, helping to release from their etheric bodies this old pattern, this old story that they're so attached to. Okay, so the message that you got: cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Okay. What I'm hearing is that there is an abundance of love out there for you. Stop worrying about being isolated. Stop worrying about the past offers of love that maybe ended in heartbreak. Stop worrying that those will repeat, and open yourself up to play again, because your spirit wants it. Your spirit needs it. This eclipse season for you guys is about moving out of heartbreak and into play. Can you allow yourself to do that? Can you allow yourself a new story? Cultivating prosperity. A stream of abundance is ready to flow into your life, but you need to take action to receive it. And that is so interesting, because the card that flipped over in the beginning was the card that said taking action. Right, Leo. Believe that you deserve it. Believe that you deserve love. You deserve companionship. You deserve laughter. You deserve play. You deserve a good love story. Take steps forward by planting seeds for your future prosperity. The universe wants you to know that right now you are moving towards receiving an outpouring of money, energy, time, and love. However, you must first know that you deserve it, and you do. Take action in the direction of your dreams. This is not the time to passively wait for prosperity to fall into your lap. Give deeply and fully of who you are, of what you have, for the more you truly give and stay out of this. Stay out of the worry, stay out of the isolation, stay out of the I don't ever get. The more you give deeply and fully of who you are and what you have, the more you will receive. It is a universal law. As you focus on gratitude for what you already have, your abundance will grow in leaps and bounds. And for what I'm sensing is that this is a love and spirituality reading. But this story can apply to finances. It can apply to career. It can apply to anywhere where you have a really deep burning hope and dream and you're just afraid of heartbreak. Leo, know that you can have a different story. Please. Stay out of the worry. Stay out of the Knight of Swords. If you can't stay out of it, go see a therapist and talk about it. Talk about what that old story is, and then let that bringing up of the old stuff help it to burn away so that it's no longer taking up so much of your psychic energy. Okay, Leo, I think we're going to end that reading here. I'm going to be visualizing you all with lots of love coming your way. And I'm visualizing you all with the courage to let down your guard, to take the old story, to put it away, and to go out there and play again. Much love, much light. Have a wonderful eclipse season. Bye-bye. Leo, one last thing. The bottom of the deck for your reading, as I was clearing the cards, I just realized, I didn't show them the bottom of the deck. And it is the sun. Okay, this is the energy that wants to come in for you guys in love, in your relationships, in your life. Please allow it in. Remember that card of worry? See how the light is so shattered and only coming in bits and pieces? Look at that. That's what wants to come in for you. Really meditate on the sunshine and trust that you deserve it. Okay? Trust that you deserve it because it's coming. It's all around you. You just have to let it in by putting that old story away. All right, I just wanted to show you that. Much love. Oops, we don't want to end on that note. I'll end on this note. Be the sun. Be the Leos that you are. Bask in it. Much love, Leo. Bye-bye.